You have a winner, and David, Tom Dumoulin had looked so invincible for so long, but you have to hand it to Fabio Aru and Astana. They had a plan and they executed it perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, they went in there was only one thing they could do today, and that was attack, and they did it very textbook. I mean, that's what you do. You send riders up the road so that when your leader goes, he's got riders to then build the lead that he's already got, and it worked out perfectly. And it's easy to say to do that, but you have to have the power and the horsepower, and they do have it within that team.
Yeah, I mean, the same textbook is available to Giant, and knowing that they couldn't really do much for Dumoulin on the climbs, you wonder why they didn't have men in the break as well.
Yeah, I think they made a massive mistake there. I mean, they know their weakness is the mountains, and 38 riders go, they should have at least had 2 riders in there. I mean, because that was the only way they could help Tom Dumoulin. They knew Astana were going to attack, they had to attack, and they knew that Tom would then be isolated, so what he needed to have were riders that could drop back and help him. And he didn't have that, whereas Astana, Movistar, Tinkoff Saxo, they all had the same game plan as Astana, and yet it was only Giant that missed out on that.
And then there was the secondary drama when Nairo Quintana and Rafael Majka went away, and Perito Rodriguez obviously didn't have great legs today himself, but had to go at a certain point.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty close, actually, when you look at it in the end. I mean, it was an incredible attack by Quintana. It's the first time we've seen the Quintana that we know from the Tour de France in previous years. I mean, it was a devastating attack. He was in the big ring towards the end of that last climb. And also, Rafael Majka, the strength he had to defend, because he was having to defend his position as well. So, yeah, I mean, they've ended up being 2 of the strongest guys in the race, and I think Joaquin Rodriguez was quite lucky to hold on to his place.
Yeah, and poor old Ruben Plaza has the misfortune to pull off something as amazing as he did today on a day when all the headlines will be elsewhere.
Yeah, I know, sometimes it's like that. He's probably done one of the greatest rides of this year's Vuelta, and yet it'll be overshadowed by everything that was going on behind him. So it's a bit of a shame for him, but I don't think it'll bother him that much.
No, great stage win for Ruben Plaza, and despite the race overall